it's Anna Vaughn with Travel Mama Anna Vaughn, and today I'm going to take you around Puerto Escondido and show you some of the more sustainable things that are going on here. Something that really struck me when I first moved here was how on board this town seems to be with the environment. You never get served a straw in a restaurant with any kind of beverage. You can't get a plastic bag at the mega store here to leave with. You have to bring your own or get a box. And it just seems that these beach towns tend to be a little bit more on board, but this one especially. So I thought I would show you a little bit that this town has to offer, but also a lot of these things are, things you can keep in mind when you travel with your family, things you can do that are easy. And also I've found once it's in your mind and in your head, you'll start to see more and more ways to be sustainable that are easy in your life. So if you like this video, you can like it, you can share it, and you can click the bell to get notifications in future. Here we go. Okay, so the first stop on this trip is at El Capitan, which is this amazing Airstream behind me. And I'm gonna try and show you kind of the lengthwise there. This is actually part of a bigger hotel here called Villa del Sol. The owner owns the Airstream, had it renovated and redone by a designer here. And so if you book a night here, you also get to use the pool and all of the services at Villa del Sol, which is at the corner here, so worth it, totally. And cool AF. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here I am inside El Capitan, which is an old Airstream I showed you from out front that's been gutted and remodeled. It's not like off-grid or anything like that, but what's really nice about this space is that you at the very least get to be close to nature. So right now I'm in sort of like the kitchen living room area, which is actually quite spacious considering this is an old Airstream. I would say this is like a perfect place for one person or a young couple. They've got everything you need. You've got a fridge, it's got aircon in here, which a lot of visitors really need when they come here. It's got a huge bed, right behind me here. It really feels super spacious. I don't think you could be a basketball player and come in here. The ceiling's a bit low, but other than that, it's great. What's really beautiful though about this Airstream is that the kitchen, the bathroom, the shower is all outdoors. And I would say this is like step one towards becoming more sustainable, is to find spaces that are existing with nature better. What I really love about this is that it shows that there is a sort of want and a need and a type of mentality here in Puerto Escondido. This place, El Capitan, is available on Airbnb, and I will leave the link for that below. But when I first moved here, I saw this place and I thought, oh my God, they've got this cool Airstream, and there's a beautiful garden outside, and anybody who loves camping will tell you what they love about it is being outside, living outside, being with nature. And I think that's really the first step towards giving a shit about the planet, is get out in nature. Try it out, traveling with your kids. I mean, I wouldn't bring a family of 4 into here unless you were being very adventurous. But, a single mom and her daughter, Luna and I would stay in this very comfortably. And if, me and a partner for a weekend, this would be so beautiful, and we could eat outside. And if you are actually, you could easily sleep 3 or 4 in here, 2 small children. The couch is quite large, and you could easily, if you are the type of family that wants to be at the beach and wants to be outdoors all the time, this could even work for you. And it's such a great alternative. And bringing nature into your daily life is really going to help you be more mindful of these little things. You see more plastic somehow in the ocean when you are more connected with nature. So I'm going to show you a little bit more of this place, the outside, the bathroom, the kitchen, all that, and then we'll move it along. This is the beautiful outdoor bathroom. If you have never showered outdoors, I invite you to give it a try. It is the best. And the call of nature with nature. Other side of town, we've come all the way to La Punta, and I'm gonna show you a really cool, hopefully really cool, workaway opportunity. Workaway is a great way to see the world. It's a great way to travel. You can do lots of workaways with your family. You essentially trade hours. It's about 4 to 6 hours a day in exchange for room and board, sometimes just room. This workaway here in La Punta is a permaculture project. A guy named Kai runs it, and it's called Baba Arenas. We're on a very bumpy, dusty road on our way down here, and I'm pretty stoked to hear what he has to say and see it. This has been a really cool journey looking into sustainability here in Puerto, and more to come. Luna, excited?
No.
When I first came to Puerto Escondido, it really struck me that I was going to the beach and ordering like a coconut, and it was coming without a straw. And then I went to Chedraui, which was like Mexican Walmart. It's the big superstore here, and they didn't give me any plastic bags. And I thought, man, this town is on board. And I found out later, we moved here in June, and I found out later that in April they passed a law in the state of Oaxaca to ban single-use plastic bags, plastic forks, and styrofoam takeout containers. And they've joined now. There 16 states in Mexico have banned some kind of single-use plastic. And what I love about this is, one, it looks like everyone's doing it. Like, they banned it in April. By the time I got here in June, I couldn't get a straw to save my life. And two, rather than, like, there's places in Canada where I'm from that are like, we're gonna ban straws by 2021. Rather than project it into the future, they banned them now and gave businesses a year to get rid of their inventory. So every business has a year before they're gonna start to get fined for using single-use plastic. And I really feel that the vibe here is like, nobody had to be asked twice, you know? It's like everybody was just like, cool, we don't like using them anyway. And I have noticed in our travels that people who live close to the ocean are the first ones to adopt these rules. I don't miss straws, I don't miss plastic bags. Everyone seems to be able to adjust here just fine. People are using boxes at the superstore when they have them in stock and bringing their own bags. It's like not changed anything in our lives. We have a couple of different kinds of reusable straws that we use. I've got like a big metal one at home that I got in Antigua. I've got a silicone one. And recently I bought this one online, goes on the keychain. It's a retractable metal straw. So let's see if I can do this with one hand. It's like this, and then there's a little cleaner inside. And the cleaner is also retractable. Oh, look at that. You did get some sticks.
Yeah, I get some.
Anyway, a lot of them feel weird in the mouth. This one sort of feels the right size. I love that it's retractable. Goes really small like that. I love the little cleaner. It makes it really easy to put together. It makes it really easy to put away. Just goes in like that. And then, let's see, I'm doing this one-handed. And then whatever, you just twist it back on the keychain there. Always have your straw nice and small. Great little keychain. I got a black one and a silver one on Amazon Mexico for nothing. Can't remember how much they were because that's how little it was. And I don't miss it, you know, I don't miss it at all. I also, you know, we have a couple of different bags. This is the one that I showed you in Thailand. This one folds up really tiny. And I actually saw an ad for a bag like this. A group of them that fold up, you know, they fold up this big on Instagram ads the other day. So it was nice because they're actually really hard to find in Canada, which is where I got them. And now it looks like they're selling them on the internet. So there's no excuse, you know, bring your own bag, get a straw. I think once you get in the habit of doing it, it kind of feels weird to have it. And if 16 states in Mexico can do it without blinking an eye, I'm sure Canada and the United States can do it. I mean, what I always find really strange is that it's like these rich, educated countries that have such a hard time giving up their reliance on takeout containers, you know? Why? I thought you were the leaders. Lead, please. Okay. What do you think?
I can't get rid of this feeling. I try to leave it all behind. I can't get rid of it. Now my emotions running wild. Although I try to let you go, 'cause I always known you are poison. But there's something about you.
This is way bigger than I thought. Look at this behind me. Wow. This is a really big operation. I did not realize it was going to be this big.
You want just one more day with your darling. Oh, you got my heart right on my chest. Make me believe you know the best. So on the bridge I stand, about to end the fight, but then I stop and thought I'll fight it one more night. So in your fire I burn.
One thing I love about La Punta is it's just the other side of town. It's like not even a 10-minute drive. And when you get here, you feel like you're out in the country. Like everything just slows right down.
Right on my chest. Make me believe you know the best.
Just in case you're keeping score, here we are in our first movie ever at the Zicatella Cine. We got our palomas right there, and using my little straw here, buddy. They did offer me one here. First place I've been offered a straw here at the Cine. If you like this video, you should like it. You can share it, you can click the bell, you can get notifications. Hang out with us some more. Sustainable life, man. Luna, say adios, baby. Can you say it? Adios, baby. Say it, give me some of this. Can you say adios, baby? Adios. Say adios, baby, and then I'll get you some chocolate. Adios, baby.
Okay, so just to recap a little bit on the video, man, it's getting bright outside. So some of the things that you can do, some of the things that I got really inspired by here in Puerto Escondido is you can book an Airbnb that has more outdoor space, that has natural environmental elements, like anything from composting to, you know, reuse gray water to, you know, something that's off-grid on solar. Like just look for these opportunities because a lot of times they're in really interesting homes. Again, I'll leave the link for El Capitan, their Airbnb below. It's booked a lot. So if you want to get in there, I would suggest going sooner rather than later. The second thing I featured here is a workaway opportunity Kai's workaway opportunity is incredible. It's going to be, lodging. There's going to be community elements in it. Really, right now, he's got an apartment about a 10-minute walk off site that he's putting volunteers in that's fully equipped. So the trade is, 4 to 6 hours a day of work in exchange for... So right now the trade with him is 4 to 6 hours a day of work in exchange for room there. They've got everything in the apartment offsite, and he's got great reviews on Workaway, and I will leave the link to his Workaway below. It's really close to the beach, just a great location, and at the same time super quiet and hella cool. I mean, the build there is one of the biggest natural build of workaways I've seen in my time. I'm sure there's lots of them, but it's going to be really cool when it's done. And it's an opportunity for you to learn as well as contribute to something great for the environment. And then finally, bring your own damn straw. It's 2019. There's no excuse anymore. One, you don't need a straw almost ever. It is a little bit difficult to drink a coconut without a straw, and they do bring them out here on the beach with just like a coconut with a hole in it. There you go. Because you can drink it like this, but it's always nice to have a little straw. I have one in Luna's bag. I've got one on my keychain. We have them kind of in every bag, which is a trick my mom taught me, because that pink bag, she actually got it for me. She ties them up really small, and they're in every purse she has, so she never has to worry about not bringing a bag. We also make, and I'll leave the link below to our Shopify store, we are now making travel mama bags. So this is the sort of the large size. There's 3 designs. This is the medium size. And this one's already got a coffee stain on it. This is the small size. These fold up really small. They are great for travel. They fold up tiny as little grocery bags, right? That's kind of the size of a grocery bag. I would say the pink one that I have does get smaller. But what's great about these is, even though they're branded, traveling to the beach, you can use this as a beach bag. It's black on the inside. You can hose this out when you're done, put it in the washing machine. They last, they look good. A lot of what people are toting around, and what I've toted around forever, I have a great little Lush one that I take everywhere with me. If you don't know Lush Cosmetics, they're the best for travel. Also organic, food grade vegan, great if you have kids, because they can literally, Luna has only used Lush products since she was little, but more on that later. But they have fabric bags that they give with their stuff, and I've taken those around. And you always see people with these fabric grocery bags, and they're always the same beige color and kind of boring. This is us making a nicer version of that. And like I said, the link will be below. And what's that? That's it. At the end of the day, the state of Oaxaca has gone single-use plastic free in a heartbeat. They did it in a heartbeat. 16 states out of 32 did it like that. It's super simple. And until we get rid of all of the plastic and ban it all and stop using it, in the meantime, there are lots of ways to get around it. And these are some simple little ones that you can start with. We'll move on to cutlery and reusable bottles and all that another time. Anyway, if you like this video, like it, share it, click the bell, get notified, and adios, baby.